I do want to talk about these next two candidates who have hit the market. One not just for the Bears, but one is actually going to be interviewing. Is planning to interview with Courtney's team. That is Mr. Mike McCarthy. Very, very, very few times do I beat Mikey in the chat over something that he says is going to happen. Very rarely does that happen. But I was right this time. I told him that we got to wait till it plays out to see whether or not Mike McCarthy is going to come back. And to come to find out, part of the ways he will not be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to get into how this impacts the Cowboys in just 1 second. But Ian Rappaport, Tom Pelissero, Albert Breer all said that the Bears have interest in interviewing Mike McCarthy. They tried to do it last week, but Jerry Jones turned it down. So he's probably going to be interviewing with them and the Saints coming up. But a name that came up this weekend, fresh off beating Penn State in the semifinal of the college football playoffs, Marcus Freeman is said, not him said, but the Bears are said to be interested in interviewing Marcus Freeman. Now, we have not heard what Marcus Freeman's interest is in them. I'm pretty sure that's not going to even happen until after the 20th, after the national championship game, where he'll even consider that. We know he just signed an extension. This is college. That doesn't mean anything. Whatever the buyout is, if the Bears really want him, I'm pretty sure they will pay him. But that is an interesting name that came in. To me, I look at it like this. At first, I was very against the Marcus Freeman idea because I don't want no college head coach. But I see the way he's turned around that Notre Dame program. I see the way that he's been in these college playoffs. And to me, yes, he does give off the CEO type coach thing, which could be hit or miss when you're trying to develop a young quarterback. But I'm intrigued at the least. I feel if there's any coach in college right now who was best equipped to make that transition, it will be Marcus Freeman. And I don't think it's a bad idea to at least sit down with him, gauge his interest, and see what it is. He's a young coach, and it lines up with your timeline. And honestly, from his perspective, let's just say they win the national championship, which I don't think they will. I think this is Ohio State's to lose. Let's just say they win the national championship. That's the pinnacle. You're not going to get any better than that. So you accomplish what you want to accomplish at Notre Dame, and maybe there's an opportunity to get better. So that's a chance I can see right there. And as far as Mike McCarthy, now hold on, go ahead.
Pause. That's some elite copium, brother.
How's that copium? That's
it sounds like you're trying to talk yourself into the Bears inevitably disappointing you when they don't hire the guy that you would like them to hire.
I don't. There's no disappointment for me. I'm already dead aside.
Fan of Marcus Freeman, but like, come on, that cannot be. We cannot say that we are intrigued by the idea of Marcus Freeman as the head coach for the Chicago Bears. That is not the guy that you want trying to develop Caleb and manage that locker. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't think it's copium. I think it's something that's intriguing. I don't think it's anything where if I was against it, I tell you I'm against it. I will fight everybody if Brian Flores is the head coach.
I'm just
that's copium to me. With Bang, what do you think about Marcus Freeman? Do you think I'm trying to cope on this one?
Like you're setting yourself up for disappointment, and I hate
I'm straight on that shit. I'm straight on that shit. No, I'm straight on Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman stay where he at. Nothing against Marcus Freeman. I think Marcus Freeman is a good coach. I think he's a good college coach, though. I'm straight on that Marcus Freeman shit. You know what I'm saying? Only reason why you get Marcus Freeman if you're trying to get some hoes.
Thanks, Orlando.
You said only way you get Marcus Freeman if you're trying to get some hoes. I didn't say that I want him. He's not on my top 5 list. I'm just saying that it intrigues me if they decided to go that way. That's all I'm saying. There's no cope with the Bears.
It's intriguing.
I'm dead inside.
It's intriguing.
What about it is intriguing to you guys?
It is intriguing.
I mean, I'm genuinely asking.
Because it's out of the box. It's out of the box, but it makes sense out of the box. It's not like, oh, let's just get the nigga from Iowa State. That is not intriguing. That's just what are you doing? At least Marcus Freeman has a winning background to where maybe that could be something that could work.
Got it.
That's all.
It is intriguing.
On my list.
It is intriguing, like watching an extremely crazy horror movie. It's like, yeah, it's intriguing.
It's high octave intriguing. It's you can sell me on it. It's one of those. Like it's very high on the Larry David, high voice spectrum. He's not in my top 5. But what brings me to Mike McCarthy, and somebody had a tweet. I wish I remember who it was. Said Mike McCarthy is the offensive version of Mike Tomlin. And I really sat and thought about that tweet for a minute. And then I went and looked at the records, and it made a lot of damn sense. If record-wise, he's up there with the Tomlin, with the Sean Payton. All three of them only have one Super Bowl ring. Both playoff appearances records have been around the same thing. I think the thing about McCarthy, and Bane, this went to what you were saying about how a Super Bowl champion intrigues you. Say what you want about McCarthy. Dak Prescott became a better quarterback under him. Now, playoff losses, we can sit up here and talk about which reason they lost. I understand he's not the best with the clock management, but as we saw this weekend, what coach really is Matt LaFleur, as good as he is, didn't know what the clock was looking like. I saw it time and time again. I think that's a coach problem in the NFL. He's somebody where at the least it will make sense. It's not a sexy hire. It's not something that Bears fans are gonna like, but I think if anybody, he can help develop Caleb Williams.
Hey, you know what you can sell me on?
What?
You know what you can sell me on? You can sell me on a Mike McCarthy, Ron Rivera regime.
That's
you
an
can
old
sell
nigga
me.
That's crazy.
Like you could sell me on that, because one thing that Ron Rivera gonna do is coach defense, and he probably not gonna be no head coach no more. And if you have that, and Mike McCarthy could just focus on the offensive side of the ball like he will be, and develop Caleb like he's developed others, you can sell me on McCarthy, Ron Rivera. You could do that. You need experience on this team. Like, if anything, I mean, I think, again, Ben Johnson, this is his job.
Yeah,
but what
I
I
agree. Yeah.
But what I also want to see is somebody that's going to be a disciplinarian, and somebody going to tell somebody that they shit actually smells like shit and that it don't stink instead of it don't stink. No, I want somebody who's going to lay down the law. And if you can't get Ben Johnson because Tom Brady then finessed him at the game, since he's going to be calling the game, then McCarthy and an experienced DC like Ron Rivera, and has some younger people that's coaching them, the position coaches and stuff like that. Like, you could sell me on that, and I'd be like, all right, I'm cool with this.
Yeah, I mean, Alex, you're right. Them press conferences gonna make me want to put a bullet in my head.
That's your problem, not mine.
That. If we're looking for good press conferences, that's why I was saying Mike Tomlin, because I really wanted to hear Mike Tomlin. But Courtney, what do you think about McCarthy? Because there's also rumors that he might be, he started and he I think he was the offensive coordinator like 03, 04. Yeah. So your team is very much a possibility as it is.
I don't know. When I think about who I want to be the head coach of this team, like, you guys are actively rooting for Ben Johnson, and I'm just like, just hit me with a car. Like,
no, I don't. no Aaron Glenn love.
This team, well, you guys have, like, and I'm being for real, y'all actually have something to look forward to as an organization. And, like, listen, I know I make jokes about, Spencer Rattler season, but, like, I'm not inspired to watch this team. Right. So when I think about the next head coach that I want to see develop Spencer Rattler and coach up Jake Hayner, which is fucking crazy. Oh my God, yeah. That's crazy. No one moves me. I don't know. I guess Joe Brady, which is crazy that I'm even saying this. This is stupid.
But it's like what you said, the issue is y'all ain't got no quarterback. Like you said, that's the issue.
Correct.
Know what, real quick, Scott? The only way you can sell me on Marcus Freeman is if Marcus Freeman beat the shit out of the Ohio State Buckeyes. They beat the shit.
That would move me.
They beat the shit out of them. Then I'm like, oh okay.
High octave.
Right. And then somebody who hate the Ohio State Buckeyes because he hates his biology teacher from sophomore year. Like, if that happens, it's like, okay, I fuck with him.
So cool. Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah, we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not